Hello, it's Nemesis Nick here. I'm a keen fan of the Eurovision Song Contest. It's time to talk Eurovision. The Latvian national final for the Eurovision Song Contest 2025, Supernova 2025 final, took place at the Riga Film Studio in Riga on Saturday the 8th of February 2025. Yesterday evening, Sunday the 9th of February, I watched Supernova 2025 final online from the UK on demand 1 day late. Fortunately, I had no knowledge of the results at the time because I did all I could to avoid accidentally seeing the winner or the rest of the scores anywhere online until I watched the show. That way I was still able to enjoy the songs being performed, rank them in My Eurovision Scoreboard and enjoy the announcement of the winner at the end, knowing I'd still be in for a surprise. However, I didn't see preview videos of the songs beforehand, so my online viewing of Supernova 2025 final was my first time of seeing or hearing any of the songs. Likewise, I hadn't seen any of the lyrics or background information about the songs beforehand, so I had difficulty identifying component parts of some of the songs whilst watching last night. Anyway, here are the notes I made about the songs whilst watching on demand last night. By the way, I can't speak Latvian. I've tried listening carefully to the names which were called out during the show, but please excuse me if I mispronounce any Latvian artist names or song titles. Song 1, Chris Noah, Romance Isn't Dead. It's difficult judging the first song in the lineup when one hasn't previewed any of the songs beforehand. This is clearly a rock song. Unsurprisingly, lyrics appeared in block capitals on the background screen during the opening section. Electric guitars and a drum kit could be heard throughout this song. Red lighting dominated, but other colours were used at times. Rock fans may enjoy this, but this seems a weak effort compared to Eurovision entries from Blind Channel and Måneskin in 2021. Song 2, Palau, Delusional. Palau sang softly in the opening verse. The beat in this part overpowered her voice here. She became more powerful during the chorus. I don't like the way in which the chorus was sung, really. The backing group moved around in this part of the song and flashing lights accompanied the chorus. The second verse was more powerful than the first verse. Red was the dominant colour in this song, but other colours were used at times for some mysterious reason. Altogether not my taste in music at all, but no doubt some will enjoy this style. I think this would have been a non-qualifier if this had gone to Basel. Song 3, Synergia, Bound by the Light. The first verse is sung softly and the chorus is sung in a bouncy manner. I like the way they had dancers performing under a sheet for part of the song and above it in other parts. The lighting was a shade of green for part of the song and yellow-orange later. In addition, shooting star patterns appeared on the background screen. Altogether quite a pleasant song with quite a catchy chorus and the lead singer has a nice voice, but I don't think this would have been competitive enough for Eurovision. Song 4, Sitaizeni, Ramtai. Sitaizeni represented Latvia with Eat Your Salad in the Eurovision Song Contest 2022 and failed to qualify for the grand final. They returned this year hoping to represent Latvia again, this time with Ramtai. The opening section is okay, it has a slight beat. The chorus is also quite pleasant. I like the ooh sound that can be heard in it. This is followed by a filler section which seems to include some rap. For the Supernova performance, dancers dressed in unusual costumes made of fake feathers, presumably to resemble birds, performed their routine. and flashing lights were used during this filler section. After that, the song continues with another verse, another instance of a chorus, and another instance of a post-chorus rap or filler. Altogether, quite an unusual composition, really. Some must undoubtedly like this, but I'm not convinced this could have succeeded at Eurovision. Interestingly, this won the jury vote, scoring 12 jury points, but finished 5th with 6 points in the public vote and was one of 3 songs to end up tied in a 3-way tie at the top with 18 points overall. But due to tiebreaker rule, this ended up 3rd overall. The other 2 artists in the tie had higher televote scores than Cetazeni. Song 5, Tepat, Sajot. The opening section was sung softly and slowly and on a dark stage. A later section was considerably more powerful and various patterns could be seen on the background screen. This was followed by the liveliest section with even more powerful singing in a short instrumental section. Finally, the song drew to a close with a softly sung section. Altogether, another unusual song which starts softly and slowly, builds up in stages to a lively climax and suddenly goes back to a soft, slow outro. In some ways, this reminded me of Portugal's entry last year, Grito, by Yolanda. Again, some would like this, but I have my doubts as to how this could have fared in Basel. Song 6, the Ludwig, Liégeois. I like the sound of the instrument that can be heard at the start. This song consists of distinctly different sections, some of which turn up more than once, but I couldn't identify them having not heard this song or seen the lyrics prior to my viewing of Supernova 2025 final yesterday evening. There are plenty of unusual sounds in the different parts, and I liked the dance routine and the dancers' outfits in the Supernova performance. This is certainly different to what Latvia tends to send to Eurovision. I wondered if this could have worked well at Eurovision. This won the public vote, scoring 12 televote points, but finished just 6th in the jury vote, scoring 5 jury points. As a result, this ended up 4th with 17 points overall, which is a pity. Song 7, Marcus Reaver, bigger than this. The opening section was sung softly and the beat almost overpowered Marcus. What followed, presumably a chorus, was sung more powerfully. This was followed by a filler section with a powerful beat, flashing lights and plenty of movement from the backing group. After a second verse and a second instance of what I think is a chorus, it is another noticeably different section, which must be a bridge. Finally, the end seemed a bit sudden, Marcus standing with the yellow backlight. Altogether quite a memorable song, which includes plenty of use of smoke or dry ice effects. I must admit, the actions of a backing group around Marcus in the opening section may have been disliked by viewers in some countries if this had gone to Eurovision. Song 8, Tormaitas Burman Laimi. Well, this is unusual. A group of singers, their style of singing as a group is somewhat out of the ordinary, with perfect harmony. I'm mystified as to the significance of what looked like strands of thread in the Supernova performance. The group members moved between them at times. This performance included flashing lights and dry ice effects at times. What sounded to me like Mirror Mirror, but obviously can't be. I'd have to find the original lyrics, which presumably are in Latvian. Seemed a bit repetitive though. Song 9, Bel Tempo and Lezina, The Water. This sounds to me like a country song. The female has a good voice and sung quite clearly and powerfully right from the start. When joined by the male singer at certain times, they sang in good harmony. This seemed like one of the better performances in Supernova 25 final. It sounded to me like an attempt to recreate the Eurovision entry from Netherlands 2014. You know, if you vote for those who remember, it was Calm After a Storm. Song 10, Emilia, Heartbeat, the last song in the lineup. I like the way the first verse is sung. When the first instance of the chorus appeared, I like the way the listen to your heart, followed by multiple instances of beat is sung. That's very catchy and memorable. Bursts of red light and white light beams enhanced the chorus well in the Supernova performance. This was followed by a second verse and second instance of a chorus. Altogether quite a good song. One of the best seems to have been saved for last. In the end, this was one of 3 songs which are tied on 18 points overall, having scored 10 from the jury and 8 from the public, but ended up second overall due to tiebreaker rule. Those are my points of view on the songs, and here is my ranking in My Eurovision Scoreboard based solely on the Supernova 2025 final performances. Okay, here I go. 10th place, in 10th place, bottom of my ranking, Palau. 9th, Chris Noah. 8th, Citizeni. 7th, Tepat. 6th, Tautomaitas. And funny enough, that's the one that won. 5, Synergia. 4th, Marcus Riva. 3rd, Bel Tempo and Legina. 2nd, Emilia. And first, top of my ranking is Ludwig. Okie doke. When it was finally time for the results, there was no scoreboard showing the announcement of the jury and televoting results. I was completely confused when all the artists were on stage at the end and the hosts were calling out names. I couldn't understand anything that was being said as it was in Latvian, and I had no idea of the final procedure, whether or not there was to be a super final. If they wanted to announce some names in that manner, it would have been helpful to have shown the names as captions on screen when you consider it would, because it would have been at least it would have been helpful to international viewers, considering LTV were providing an internationally available stream. Anyway, the winner was Tautomaitas Burman Laimi. According to Wikipedia, they scored 8 points in the jury vote and 10 points in the televote, giving them a combined score of 18 points. In fact, according to Wikipedia, the top 3 artists finished with a combined score of 18 points, but they have been separated on their televote score. Congratulations to Tautomaitas for winning. Although I placed them just 6th in My Eurovision Scoreboard, they did well to win in a competitive national final. Their song is certainly unusual and out of the ordinary. It reminds me of Spain's 2023 Eurovision Song Contest entry by Blanca Paloma. By Blanca Paloma. So Tautomaitas will represent Latvia with Burman Laimi at the Eurovision Song Contest 2025 in Basel in May. Latvia is drawn to perform in the first half of the second semi-final on the 15th of May 2025. The United Kingdom votes in that semi-final. But time will tell whether or not I will want to vote for Latvia that evening. Good luck to Tautomaitas in the Eurovision Song Contest 2025 second semi-final and in the grand final if they get there. Well done to the other 9 finalists who took part in the Supernova 2025 final, no matter what their scores and where they placed in both halves of the voting and overall. Do you agree or disagree with my points of view on the songs or my ranking? What do you think of the result? Do you feel the correct song won Supernova 2025 final? Out of the 10 finalists, which song did you want to win and thus represent Latvia at the Eurovision Song Contest 2025? Alternatively, was there a song eliminated in the semi-final which you feel should have reached the final and won? Whether you watched Supernova 2025 final or not, do you think Burman Laimi stands a good chance of qualifying to a Eurovision Song Contest 2025 grand final and doing well once there? Or do you think it will be eliminated in the semi-final? Let me know in the comments below. Also, if you liked this video, remember to hit the like button, and if you're liking all my Eurovision videos, remember to subscribe to my channel. In the meantime, sorry I can't, I'm very busy. Goodbye, da boch, au revoir, auf Wiedersehen, adios, arrivederci, do widzenia, do pobacenia, adiewu.